When a meteor interrupts Adventure City's meteor shower event, it destroys the Paw Patrol's headquarters. Having some sort of pulse, the Paw Patrol investigate it in their ship. Finding the source of the power in these crystals, it gives the pups super abilities. Feeling small and weak, Skye, McKenna Grace, tries to defeat Victoria Vance, Taraji P. Henson, alone, only to give her the crystals and with it, its power. This review will be short because I do feel weird reviewing this movie on account of it being a kids movie. Though I will say this, I enjoyed it for what it was. A kids movie with a good message behind it. The movie opens up in a junkyard. A crane with a 10-ton electromagnet is stolen, causing a massive fire in the process. The Paw Patrol come to the rescue on their boat. We then cut to the thief who uses the stolen electromagnet on an invention. Victoria uses the machine during the meteor shower, attracting a huge meteor and hurling it towards Adventure City. But the meteor is stronger than what Victoria Vance anticipated, causing it to destroy the Paw Patrol lookout tower in Adventure City. When the meteor starts pulsing, Skye is woken up and she investigates it. When she touches it, the meteor breaks, revealing crystals inside. These crystals offer her the power of flight and super strength, making her feel good about herself for the first time in the movie. The other pups also receive powers from these crystals, so they become the Mighty Pups. These powers seem to amplify the pups' ability, making Liberty, Marseille Martin, the only pup with no visual power. The pups begin to use their powers to help the citizens on Adventure City. At the same time, Victoria Vance and Mayor Humdinger, Ron Pardo, escape prison. Setting up a trap, Skye's crystal is taken, making her feel bad. Feeling hurt, she tells Chase, Christian Convery, about her backstory and her feeling of being small and useless. Taking matters onto her own hands, she chases Ryder. Seeing her acts, Ryder takes her in and she becomes a member of the Paw Patrol, saying that she feels like she shouldn't be a part of the Paw Patrol because she didn't earn it. And when she had powers, she didn't feel small anymore. This allows the audience to empathize with Skye because, in one way or another, we feel underappreciated, small, or even weak. So we follow along this story. Ryder tells Skye to remain on the boat on account of her not having powers anymore. This crushes Skye even more, making her act impulsively. In an attempt to retrieve her crystal, she accidentally gives Victoria Vance all the crystals. With one crystal, the pups work together with and without superpowers to defeat Victoria. In the end, Liberty finally gets her powers and the Paw Patrol defeats Victoria. However, now the pups face a new challenge, a meteor shower. Skye goes after these meteors but is no match for the big one. She seemingly sacrifices herself to save Adventure City, but she's okay. Now, Paw Patrol, The Mighty Pups is above all a kids movie. Not one of those that are for kids and adults alike. It's mainly for kids. But the best part about it was the story behind the message. Sure, there's so many questions in terms of the world that I still have, like how Ryder has the funds to afford everything, how the world seems to rely on the pups, let alone a kid, to help them, etc. But again, being a kids movie, I let these slide. But what I won't slide is the only criticism I have for the movie, that being its ending. Not only do they have to accommodate superpowers in the next movie, but the message they were trying to convey didn't go full circle because the pups still have powers. The movie's message is about feeling small and weak, having superpowers to replace that feeling. I felt that, in that case, the ending should have been the need to sacrifice having superpowers to stop the huge meteor, meaning at the end of the fiasco, the crystals won't hold any more power. Meaning, Skye has to make a decision, of which would mean she has to return to her old life of feeling small, but due to the words of Ryder, she does it anyways, making her feel meaningful, knowing that she isn't small. She can achieve great things even when being small, without the need of superpowers. Therefore, when the crystals still have powers, it undermines this message because Skye and the other pups can still use their superpowers. Sure, Skye learned from the journey and grew, but it didn't feel like she fully did because she still has powers. Overall, Paw Patrol the Mighty movie was an enjoyable movie for what it was, a kids movie with a nice message. There are several movies that are more geared towards children, but are as enjoyable to parents as it is to children. This one was above all for kids. The movie also had nice animation, some comedic jokes, and it followed the structure of a movie pretty well. With only the small criticism of the ending, Paw Patrol was still a good movie. I do like how, so far, in the Paw Patrol movies, there is one pup at its center that is in some way flawed, giving the audience something to resonate with and allowing them to follow along the journey. Even though this movie is for kids, they still took the time to create a meaningful movie that we as the audience can learn from.